Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend and hope you're having a great Sunday. And welcome to this new video on the markets today. So we'll talk about what's going on today. And there actually are things going on. So we'll take a look at the altcoins that have moved today. Most especially Jupiter, which has been massively bullish, and we actually in the Signal group also made some money on the news. And we'll take a look at Bitcoin, and we'll talk a bit about next week. I mean, next week, obviously, as most of you know, we have the FOMC meeting, we have the interest rate decision. So that's usually very, very volatile. So we'll kind of talk about what that means, what that can create in terms of price action. And if you want my full analysis on that, consider checking out my Bitcoin video I made this morning, in which we kind of went over all the last FOMC meetings, all the last interest rate decisions, and the actual price action. But like I said, I mean, Jupiter, extremely bullish. If you don't know, then now you do know. I have my own Signal group in which I share all of my trades and daily updates, etc. Tons of value. So if you are interested in becoming a profitable trader, while also getting some profitable trades, then consider joining. But that's up to you. Links are down in the description and in the description. But for now, let's take a look at the market. So kind of what we found out this morning regarding the FOMC. And by the way, I mean, it's going to be very volatile, right? Because if we're taking a look at the volume right now in the markets, it is extremely low. It's $80 billion. So that's, of course, a lot of money. But $80 billion, I mean, the last time we had volume that low was the 12th and the 13th of January, when the markets were in general just quite weak. Now, after that, we actually did start to move up again. So hopefully that happens again. But just in general, I mean, if volume is that low, for spot, but also for futures, I mean, you can see it. There are still some coins that are pushing a lot of volume, but most are quite low. If that happens, you'll see a lot of volatility, especially with the FOMC coming up. However, to talk about that FOMC, to talk about that interest rate decision, what we found out is that ahead of the interest rate decision, most often we see some sort of a whipsaw effect. All right. So what I mean with that is that usually Monday goes one direction, Tuesday goes a different direction. So with that sense, we are hoping for a bearish Monday, all right? Because that would mean that we could actually have a bullish Tuesday, plus Wednesday probably, and then Wednesday we will most likely not see that much movement. And then depending on the actual result of the interest rate decision, and then most importantly, even the press conference afterwards, because that matters, right? That's ultimately what they will talk about is their vision on the interest rates of the United States. What we want is as low as possible interest rates, and they'll talk about how they view the economy, what they expect for 2025. And then based on that, we can get some sort of a lasting direction for the rest of the week and the coming weeks as well. So that's ultimately what we're after. But like I said, short term, it's going to be up and down. And it's going to be volatile, I would say. I mean, when we're looking at Bitcoin right now, I don't completely love using this tool, but something you can use is the liquidation heat map. So if we're taking a look at that and we look at Bitcoin over the last week, what you'll see there is that, what you see there is that most of the liquidity is to the upside. So I have a slight bias, unfortunately, towards getting a bullish Sunday evening into a bullish Monday, which will ultimately reverse back down into a de-risking move into 101. That is what I would say is most likely. But like I said, I'll keep you updated on this. I mean, interest rate decision weeks are some of the most difficult to predict, and also some of the most notorious volatile weeks. So be prepared of that, be aware of that. But for now, I would say something like this. And I think ultimately we will be able to hold this support level right here, around 100 and 1000, and that we can break out and rally higher. But like I said, that depends very much on the outcome of the interest rate decision. So looking at the markets, Jupiter, extremely bullish, because they actually published some very, very good news that they will use 50% of their revenue for buybacks, which is absolutely crazy. That's extremely bullish. Here you can see that 50% will now go towards buyback. So that means that the price of Jupiter is being repriced. I mean, the market cap right now is a little bit above $2 billion. So now what traders are kind of doing is trying to find some sort of a fair value. The most important, look, if you want to trade this, it's a bit gambling. Unless you're a news trader, then you know what to do. But the main level is 1.3. We've broken above that once in basically since April. If we're going to be able to break above that and actually hold that level, then we're going much higher. So I would keep an eye on that level, and then outside of that, it's just a bit too volatile and too news sensitive to trade, I would say. But it's putting a lot of volume, so it's definitely worth it to at least keep your eyes on that 1.3 level. And then outside of that, there's not much. I mean, Fartcoin is pulling some volume, so that could be interesting. Scale, or SKL, is a bit of a scam coin, so be aware of that, but that's also putting some volume. And then there's some of these major coins are at strong support level. So if we're looking at Sui, $4 is an extremely strong support level. If we're looking at Solana, I think there's a good chance that we can drop down into 230. That would be an amazing support level to potentially buy from. And when we're taking a look at XRP, for example, but I've talked about this this morning as well, 2.9 into 2.75 is a great level to keep an eye on as well. So these bigger coins, especially if we do see some de-risking going on, are worth it to keep an eye on and potentially also to trade. But I would be careful doing that, all right? Because like I said, it's going to be volatile. There will be fake outs. So as long as you're aware of that, and as long as you know what to focus on, you'll be good. I'll keep you updated on that. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.